it's Aniela here. It's good to see you all today on this Sunday. I am a coach with the Be With Your Twin Flame program. So welcome, it's nice to have you here, and I hope this finds you all well and healthy and thriving and enjoying this summer out there. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about going from expectations and limiting beliefs to far exceeds, and I quote unquote put far exceeds because, as you'll see when I get to that part, it is just beyond far exceeds, really. We are doing these series and videos, and if you've been watching and resonating with what we're talking about, being on this twin flame journey, and you're ready for the truth of it all, you're ready no matter what, for whatever it is, the beauty really of it all, if you're ready to commit in yourself, to commit to yourself, and be on this journey and learning the best possible ways to neutralize and balance that fear-based energy, which is causing so much of what you're going through, what just about every person on this journey goes through. Then go ahead and click on that link, but you might want to listen to this a little bit today because you may resonate with what I'm talking about here too, and it is absolute truth. Going from expectations and limiting beliefs to far exceeds. I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that I love the far exceeds. You know, when you go into looking at a lot of times when you go and you have a survey about things, when companies or websites or people who have helped you with things that you go to as a consumer or a customer, you know, a lot of times they have these star systems, and it goes from low to far exceeds to not really helpful to far exceeds, and that's what I'd like to talk about today. So when we're talking about expectations and limiting beliefs, what happens a lot of times is people don't realize it. When you're on this journey, that is probably one of the bigger things that will hold you back. Keep in mind, people, that everything that happens to you on this journey is orchestrated by your soul. So when I say hold you back, I don't first say that you're making a mistake or you're doing it wrong. There is no right or there is no wrong. But when I say hold you back, what I mean is basically having you believe in something that's not really helping you on this journey. And that's what expectations and limiting beliefs do. This comes up a lot with my students because what happens here, as anybody else would do, and most people do, I did it, and just about all of my students, because until you get on this journey and until actually you're able to find someone to lead you in the right way with all the things that's happening, with every nuance of this journey, with every twist and turn, as you all know, there is, until you find that, you're just going to operate in what you know. And what we know, typically, being adults growing up in this life, you know, is what we've experienced, what we've learned, and what we've seen. And those, you know, those are called conditionings. They're conditionings, and that's what we learn how to do and how to maneuver and how to operate in our lives. And we start to, based on how we are in this society, it's not just here in the United States where I am, but all over the world. You know, you start to create expectations based on what you know and your beliefs. You start to create expectations. And so many times what happens on the twin flame journey is it comes to you in the form of what looks like and feels like a relationship. And as you've heard myself and Elle say numerous times, this is not a relationship. It is a reunion of the soul. But because that's what your conditioning is and your experience, that's what it appears to be. And we tend to compare or just, you know, we map it out with that information that we know. and they become limiting beliefs and expectations of what's supposed to be happening, how your TF is supposed to be behaving, how this relationship is supposed to look like, especially when the repelling of energies happen, which I'm sure you all know about. You know what I'm talking about, otherwise you wouldn't be here. When we start to see these things happen, it's going against the grain of what we believe and what we know and what we expect it to be. And, what happens there is that you kind of just stay stuck in this zone, and it's not looking like how it's supposed to look. It's not being, and it's not playing out like how it's supposed to be. We start doing, and we start being, and we start behaving ourselves the way we know how in this situation, or what seems like a very similar situation to those that we've been through before, also known as relationships, marriages, any of the above. So, what happens is we just keep doing that, and it just keeps going round and round. Sometimes, we can just get into a place where it just is not happening. And folks, having these limited beliefs and expectations really is not doing you any favors. There's nothing wrong. It's just that that's how we operate, and that's how we've been conditioned to believe and live our lives. And so what happens is we start seeking, we start looking for information on the internet, which is why you're finding yourself here. And a lot of times we come across other teachings, other gurus, and it is a very dangerous place to be entertaining, albeit everything happens via your soul. Everything happens via your soul and with what you need in order for you to keep on progressing and moving and learning on this journey about yourself. So when we start going into those other teachings, and again, if they're not of Alhari, they are not the truth. They are not going to help you. They are not going to be able to progress you and teach you how to neutralize and then balance your fear-based energy. And we get stuck in the glory of what a lot of the teachings out there are about. This beautiful, glorious thing. And it's not that it's not. It is the most beautiful thing that will happen to you in your life. I promise you that. This is the most beautiful thing that will happen to you, because it teaches you how to align back to you. You. There's nobody else. It's all about you. So when we want to avoid that, because we want to look at our TF and we want to look at what's going on with them and everything, and why isn't this working? Maybe if I do this, maybe if I don't do that. No. You're totally missing the boat on what this journey is about. Now, after you are learning how to balance your fear-based energy and get this thing to a point where it doesn't tip the scales, it doesn't repel the fear-based energy, yeah, you can. If that's what you choose, you can definitely be in a quote-unquote relationship with your TF, but it will never happen permanently and in the love energy if you don't balance that fear-based energy. So keep that in mind. Now, knowing that a lot of us, we go looking at other teachings, it's the candy coating. It's the candy coating we're hooked on. That's our fear-based energy. We want this to be a happily ever after, fairy tale, whatever you want to call it. That's not what this journey is about. This journey is about you. It's about learning to love yourself unconditionally. So when you put that all aside and you see what this journey is really about, can you get everything you want? Absolutely. Most, if not all of my students, and myself, and my teacher as well, who've learned to balance their fear-based energy will tell you right now, and I'm telling you right now, Aniela is telling you right now, once you learn how to do that, and you start living your life, and you start being present every moment, the things that come your way, the beauty that comes your way, the peace, the serenity, and all the wonderful things in this 3D physical world, all of it. I'm not just talking about the TF journey or the TF itself. I'm talking about everything. Far exceeds any dream, fantasy, expectation, or limiting belief that you have. And if you give yourself that chance to go there, you'll find the same. I know you will. I've seen it with my students. I've seen it with every one of my students that has been able to balance that fear-based energy and just watch life blossom into something they never saw coming. And that's where we get from the expectations and limiting beliefs to far exceeds. I personally, never in my life did I ever dream that things could be this beautiful. And it's all by learning how to align back closer to my soul, my true soul vibration, and letting my soul just keep driving that boat. So if you're resonating with what I'm talking about and you're ready to learn how, because if you want to know how, we got the how. No one else out there will teach you how in the way that's going to teach you how to just move through these things, move through what's looking at it like all the obstacles you have. There's no obstacles. If you want to know how and you're ready to invest in yourself, go ahead and click on that link below. You will not be disappointed. Okay? So y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Love you all. God bless, and we'll talk again. Bye, everybody.